Hello guys. I can't stay with this and do a video and go to work and drive, I hope that you're doing fine. Trying to reverse my car. Going to work. Today I slept all day, so my mind has still not registered that I am awake. But I hope that you're doing okay. I am doing fine. I'm getting ready to go to work. This is my morning. It's in the evening, but it's my morning. So let me turn the camera here. But before that, let me talk about something that's so sad. My name is Charity Ngaga. This is Charity's Bible USA, your #1 channel. And thank you for always supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And thank you for being together with me. I also want to talk to you who hasn't subscribed to my YouTube channel. Kindly consider subscribing. I also want to talk to those people who really don't like me and they like to hate on me. Even you are welcome to subscribe, It's crazy that the world has to have a balance, but I love my critics. I really love them because if you see that nobody is criticizing you, then that means that you're not doing the right thing. So, before I turn my camera and show you where I'm going, I want to talk about a sad thing. So today I was looking at news, YouTube. Oh gosh, what is that? Someone's killed a squirrel, and I almost stepped on it. Ooh, no, I don't want to step on animals. It's dead, but no. So I want to talk about the fires in schools in Kenya. Gosh, I looked at that funeral and oh my goodness, I was so sad. I was really, really sad. When I looked at all those coffins of those little kids, it reminds me when here in the US there was guys, someone went and shot at kids in school. It's been a while, I think it was last year, and it was so sad. And that reminded me of that incident. And my heart goes out to the parents and the families of those people, because losing a child is so hard. It is very, very hard. And I talk about that because I have lost 3 of my own children. And I did not lose them to a tragedy, but it was still a tragedy because when you're sick and it's beyond your control, then that makes you feel very, very sad. So I wish they could know the cause of those fires. I wish they could have their schools built in a way. Here in the US, there's a system whereby the exit doors are very many. If you find like there's a hallway of rooms, you find that if it's a dorm, I know the way the dorms are built in Kenya. When we were in Kenya, we just visited the school that Francis used to go for high school. And the dorms they only have one door. But here in America, it's different. You find that the exit doors are very many. They are very, very, very many. Whereby, now like, you will not walk past 10 beds without an exit door. And the exit doors, you find that here the doors are permanently closed, whereby sometimes you have to swipe a badge for you to get into the building, or maybe they are just automatic doors that you open. But you find that the doors from the inside, even if it's a locked unit, because you have some buildings that have to be locked, especially if there's very sick people who do not need to go out without supervision. You find that those doors, when you push them from inside, they open from the outside. If you push them for like 3 seconds, they will just open. So I wish the doors would be like that, because that's how it is here. The doors do not open, especially the doors for the public. They don't open to the inside. You push them and they open from outside. So you don't have to pull. You just push them and they open from outside. And you find that the doors, it's not just one door, they are double doors that are made, whereby they have something here at the center that you just push and the door opens. So that's how it is. Another thing is that the windows here, although people will say about security, which I think it's different here in America compared to Kenya, but you find that even the windows here are more accessible, whereby someone can just hit the window and the glass pops and you just get out. So I wish they could make something like that. They could make it easier for people to be able to escape, and also they could find the root cause of those people who start fires in school, because it's so sad. Can you imagine you've taken your child to school and you think that they're gonna be safe, and then you're getting a phone call that they have perished in the fire? It is so sad. So my heart goes out to those families. I know the gap cannot be filled. It is so sad, but I hope that it doesn't happen again, guys. Losing a child is so traumatizing. Those families will never be the same again. They will never be the same again. So I was just listening, and then I was listening to people just politicizing, making it political. That is no time to do politics there. No, it is no time. Even no matter how hard it is, the politicians, they should learn to have some, I don't even know what I can call it, courtesy. Know where to talk these things about. They can meet, they can do whatever they want, but in a funeral, it should not be about the country. It should be about those family members. It should be about those kids who have been robbed of their life when they are so young. So let me stop at that. But at the DV lottery, I saw questions, and I love questions. Questions make me motivated. Questions will make me be able to try to know what do my subscribers want to talk about, especially about the DV lottery. And I saw a few there that I'm going to talk about. I saw someone who was saying that glasses are not allowed. If you read the instructions in the DV lottery, guys, glasses are only allowed if you have a prescription. That is, you have a letter from the doctor that you can wear glasses. If you have that one, they're not going to ask you, but you have to go with that letter. You have to go with that letter to show that the doctor prescribed you to have those glasses, and that's why you have them. So you cannot say completely that you cannot have them, because there are some people who literally they cannot even open their eyes if they don't have that aid, because glasses are an aid to help your eyes to see better. So unless you have a doctor's prescription, a written doctor's prescription that says that you must wear them, you can wear them. But if you do not need them, like for example myself, I wear glasses, but they are not reading glasses. My glasses are to protect me from the light. There's still protection from there's still a prescription from my doctor, but if I was to take a photo, then I can remove them. I don't have a problem removing them, but there are some people who really need to wear them. So if you really need to wear your glasses, remember you must have a doctor's prescription. That one is there, and I think I'm going to read for you the rules, or maybe just try and find that video that has rules, because I do remember I had done that video and read all the rules. There are so many, but it's important for you to know that. The other thing that I want to talk about is the photo. There was someone who was asking if they upload the photo of the wife, if they are supposed to upload the photo of the husband. Now, like I said, if you want to increase your chances of winning the DV lottery, what you do is that if you're married as a couple, you apply, and you apply, like for example, I apply, and then I put my husband and the kids, and then their husband applies, and they include the wife and the kids. So the photo doesn't matter. Remember that everybody needs a little photo. The kids need that passport photo. You will need that passport photo, and your husband will need that passport photo. And you can use the same ones. You don't have to use different ones. You can use the same ones and do the double entry. But remember, only if you're married. Because we applied like that. I did apply, and Francis applied. I applied, and I included Francis and my kids. And Francis applied and included me and the kids. So that's how we did. And one of it, we were lucky enough that one of it was selected. So that one, you can do that, but the photos have to be the standard ones that you need to use according to their instructions, guys. You have to use the right ones. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is there's this person who was asking, what if my wife is pregnant? If your wife is pregnant, it's okay. You can do the application, but do not include, you cannot count your chicks before they hatch. So there is no way that you can say that my wife is pregnant, or you say that we are expecting. No, just apply the both of you, or maybe with the kids that you have. And then after you win the DV lottery, there is something called a life change. A life change is whereby in between the application and in the winning, a baby was born. In between the application and the time that you got the visa to travel to the US, a baby was born. So all you need is to report a life change. You report to them, tell them, we had a baby at this time, and of course you have to give the birth certificate. They will ask you for that because that's important. And then it's no problem. That one, there is no problem. You just need to report a life change. Your life has changed, and we cannot stop. We cannot stop our life because we are filling out the DV lottery. Let's assume that you had planned to get married in December, right? And you apply for your DV lottery in October, and then you have your wedding. So you can report a life change because it's a life change. Even as we report life changes here every time, like even every year when you're applying for insurance, because you have to apply insurance every year, they will ask us, are you pregnant? Are you gonna have a child? You let them know, is there a life change? Have you been divorced? That's a life change, So many things happen and we report them. So I'm just gonna tell you like the way as we report, because we always report anything. If I have changed my job, I will report. Especially if I'm applying for something like insurance. That's tough. Although it becomes very tough on us, especially when you become when you earn more. Like for example, me, I cannot get insurance from the state because they think that my income it exceeds what their requirement is. So I won't get that one. I have to get mine from the job. So you find that we keep on reporting our income every now and then. That's what we do. So the same thing, if something has happened in your family, and even a death, even if someone died, you have to tell them that we had applied with these people and this person passed away, and the only thing that you need to give them is documentation to support what you are saying. So what normally is needed so much is proof. Yes, you are telling us this. What is the proof that this happened? So some of these things are not very hard. They are very easy. And if you have proof, you're good to go. You're really good to go. So those are some of the things that I felt like I wanted to clarify for you guys. The other thing is that by now, you should have your photo ready. And you should be good to go. You should have all the information. If it's your date of birth, you should have it verified very nicely. If it's you don't need a passport. You do not need a passport to do the DV lottery. To do the application, you don't need it. But after you win your DV lottery, you will be required to have a passport. Your spouse will be required to have a passport. And your children will be required to have a passport. So that's important for you to know that you do not need a passport to apply for the DV lottery. That one is not there anymore. The other thing that I want to talk about is, and of course I said if you're divorced, you're just gonna say that you're divorced. If you're separated, you're gonna say that you're separated. All that, they only need supporting documents when you go, and they don't need supporting documents before you before when you're doing the application. No, they need the supporting documents after you have won your DV lottery. So get that very straight and very clear that that's all that you need. And don't forget to include your kids when you apply for the DV lottery. Don't forget to include your spouse when you apply for the DV lottery, because this is what happens. You do the application, it's like a game that you're doing, and then you end up winning, and then you don't know what to do with your family. You know, just include them. It's okay. Include your family members, include your wife, because you find that if you are married, or if you have children and you win the DV lottery and you did not include them, and they find out that you did not include them, they're not going to give you that visa. And if you're lucky, because some people are lucky, they win it, and then I know of a person who won the DV lottery. They had a family, but they didn't go with them. And then it took them so many years before they could file for their kids to come. So to avoid all that, because it takes a minute, guys, it just takes a minute. And these things, they go well, they become better, especially when you're filing for people. They become better when you have become a US citizen, because it's faster to file for someone. And of course, if you are filing for your kids, since you came earlier, or maybe you came and you got your papers here, that you require to use more money, because they will require to know that those are your kids. So they have to go and do DNA to make sure that those are your kids, that you're not bringing other kids that do not belong to you. The children laws, the laws that protect kids here in this country are very strict. And they are very strict because people can be bad, and people can do child trafficking. You know, people are not honest. Yeah, people are bad, you know. And that's why rules are there. So they will have you go through a DNA test. They will have go through, maybe, you know, so to avoid all that expenses and to avoid being away from your family. You know, family is very, very important. The family unit is very, very important, because they give you morale to do things. You know, I'm in downtown right now. They give you morale to do things. So this is downtown. Let me try and look at those buildings, are very tall. So, guys, you have to do that, but it's not rocket science to apply for a DV lottery. You have, and if you're not, if you really need to verify, I normally tell you, do a verification. Go to travel.state.gov and read about the DV lottery. They have all the information there. Read about it, and you will get the right information. You can verify if I am telling you the truth or whatever, but I normally, you know, I have a very good memory, so I've been talking about this for quite some while, and I know, and I've gone through it. I've done the whole process. We came with a green card. We came with a green card. We did, we stayed for 5 years. We did apply for a citizenship. All of us got our citizenship. Our children are citizens. So, you know, I know, like, because, you know, when you have gone through the process, you know, like, what is required for you to do. The other thing is that someone was, when I talked about hosting, I wasn't talking about inviting people. Because, like I told you guys, I've tried to invite people and people have been disappointed. So, and you spend all that money, you go and pay for your appointment in the embassy, and then they deny you the visa. So, you know, money is hard to come by. And I don't like putting people through such stuff. If I have a graduation, I can invite you. If you're willing to spend that money, and you're willing, you have to, and you know, it's by luck. I would say it's by luck. Then you can come in. But what I was talking about hosting, I was talking about, you have won the DV lottery, and you need you need a place to live. Well, that one is the one that I said that I am not doing right now. And I gave my reasons, and I don't have to give my reasons all the time. But I did, and it's a choice that you have to make, whether you want to host people or you don't want to host people. But right now, I'm not able to, guys, and I talked about that. So I need you to get me correctly. I wasn't talking about inviting people for 2 months. No, I wasn't, because I would be giving false information when I said that. So I don't do that. This street is always very busy because people are going for dinner. People who cannot, you know, this country takes care of its people. Or people are going to eat. If these people cannot afford a meal in their home, they go and they eat free of charge. They're not charged, you know. It doesn't mean that because we live here in America there is no poverty. There are some people who are very poor here and they cannot not even afford a meal. You can't judge them. You don't know what happened to them. The only people that I judge harshly, very harshly, is if you have come from a third world country and you came here and you decided to become homeless. Now those people, I judge them very harshly because we don't come from bread and butter. We come from Africa, whereby the times are hard. Oh my goodness, times are hard, and nobody cares. Nobody cares about about you. Your parents will take you to school, and after that, it's gonna be maybe very hard to get a job. After that, you will go through a lot of difficulties. You will be earning your money and spending it from hand to mouth. So if you come here to the US and you waste your time, then you had no business coming here in the first place. So those people, I judge them harshly. I'm like, why did you fail? Because you have so many opportunities. You can even come, go work in a factory and still make a living. You can come, do CNA work, and sometimes you don't even need to do the CNA. You can go and work in homes, in state homes, whereby there are some people who are mentally challenged, and those ones, they really don't need you to have a CNA. They just go, they train you by themselves. They train you how to take care of those people. They train you how to give them medicine, and you're good to go. So those people who have come from Africa and they have come and decided to become homeless, those ones, I judge them harshly. I do, guys, and I cannot give an excuse for that, because that is wasting yourself. Because remember, Africa is different. When you board that plane and you're coming to America, you are carrying so many people because you are elevated. Everybody sees you that you have been elevated. So you will carry your parents, you will carry your siblings. You have to help them out because, like I say, the dollar is not the shilling. So if you came and you had the opportunity to make money and you didn't, because of the reasons that are not very valid, I wouldn't say that they're very valid, because like I tell you guys, life here is what you make it. If you come here and decide that you're going to be drinking every day, or you're going to follow the company of people who really do not care, then at the end of the day, you'll start having problems with driving. You start having tickets. You'll start maybe going to jail. You'll start having fines that you're not able to pay because there are very many, especially here if you're caught driving and you're drunk. I'm telling you guys, you're going to pay a high fine that you cannot afford. They will even take your driver's license, and that is your fate. And then you will end up miserable. So the people that I don't have pity with is those people who have come from home and they have come and wasted their life. But the other people, you never know. They were born here, so this is their home, so they can make those choices that they want to, guys. So like I said, I'm going to work. Francis is trying to call me and I had to cut him off. I'm going to talk to him here in a minute before I get into work, but I'm almost there. Almost there. But continue asking questions, guys. Continue asking questions about the DV lottery. It's almost here. What I can answer, I will. What I cannot answer, I'm going to research and give you an answer. And I just pray and wish you all the best when you're applying for the DV lottery. I hope that you can win, because if you win the DV lottery, your life changes. For a man, for a woman, for everybody, your life changes. For your kids, your life changes completely. So guys, I wish you all the best. Someone was asking me if we have a reserved parking. No, we don't. You just park anywhere. As long as you work here, you can park your car anywhere. But during the day, people do not come to park in the parking garage. They park outside. So guys, I'm here. I wish you all the best. Thank you and God bless you.